This is the Toyota Early Edition, brought to you by First Off the Bike. Simon Beaumont and Phil Rockner here again for episode 2. We're going to talk a little bit of triathlon. We're going to meet Chris Kemp and understand what's going on in his head, which will be fun. And we're also going to have a chat about what happened yesterday. But Simon, welcome. And a big day yesterday, getting ready for Ironman Western Australia.
Yeah, it is a big day, Phil. We've got one more sleep to the biggest Ironman we've ever seen in Australia, the biggest male pro field and female pro field, so pretty exciting.
And it's a short sleep too. This race kicks off at 5:30 a.m, which is going to be awesome.
Can't wait.
But yesterday, the press conference was big, wasn't it? We had a good raft of professionals in there, and I think Joe Gambles and Romain Guillaume, which you'll be looking forward to pronouncing all day tomorrow, had a really nice rapport about them, didn't they?
They sure did. They met in the lower fields in Kona recently, going in and out of the energy lab, and they exchanged words, and both Romain and Joey gave each other a bit of a rev up. So good to see a bit of respect between two of our young guns who'll be out there tomorrow.
And Joe Gamble's flying the Tasmanian flag beautifully. He's a proud Tasmanian, and fun to watch him interacting with yourself, who hosted. He did a beautiful job.
Yeah, I think he's a very, very articulate and capable triathlete. Can't wait to see him get out there tomorrow.
Yeah, he's a thinker, there's no doubt. The other one who was the star of the show, of course, was the ageing warhorse in Jason Shorto, who's been around the triathlon world for 100 years. I think he's raced 83 Ironman races. He's such a good character, and he let it all go, didn't he, at the presser?
He did. He's really relaxed about his decision, I think, to hang up his cleats. Was fantastic at the press conference yesterday. Busselton's been great for Shorto, two-time winner here, holds the event record with 8:03. But also he's realised that the event itself has got a lot out of having Shorto here. People love him here, and I can't wait to see how he goes tomorrow. Is he a sneaky chance to get up onto the podium tomorrow?
I reckon he is, and an angry Shorto is a good Shorto, and I can't wait to see the trademark growl and the snarl as he does his run. Of course, he's got so many sub-250 marathons in the books. It'd be nice to see him go deep again and see what he can come up to.
Yeah, it sure would, and as I say, I think he's comfortable with his decision. He's got family with him here for race number 83, which he says will be his last one. Will he do one more lap? Will he do the Johnny Farnham?
Well, let's hope he has a great day. It's been wonderful watching his career unfold. Well, we're lucky enough to be joined by the George Clooney of triathlon in Chris Kemp.
What an intro.
He's certainly one we've got our eye on this week, and a guy who is breaking the mould a little bit by where he lives and what he gets around on two-wheel style. Chris, welcome to the Early Edition.
Thanks for having me, Phil.
Mate, look, the first thing I would have to ask you is, you live in Vegas. Now, can you talk about it, or what you stays over there? Or tell us how you end up there.
Well, they do say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but no, I have a pretty normal life, honestly. I've fallen into living in Vegas. I was a little concerned with the level of swimming and the squads and that were there when I first went out, but it's worked out really well. At the worst of it, not all the time, but at the worst of it in summer, it can get to 47, 48 degrees out there. And you know, I've found that over the last 2 years living there, if I do travel away and race, I've never really found the conditions brutal. I mean, if you can train and get through the summer in Vegas, obviously the competition and the racing is fast wherever you go. But I've never gone somewhere and thought, oh wow, it's really hot, or I've come from training 2 days or a week earlier where it's over 40 and you go somewhere and it's low 30s, and it's not too bad. So
do you ever find yourself, the bright lights of the Strip? Do you ever sort of get over there and see what's going on?
3 a.m. in the morning.
I'm definitely not there at 3 a.m. but I've ventured down there sometimes. I'm not down there regularly. I live in kind of a suburb area of Las Vegas, and it's on the outskirts and where I ride, and this is kind of in the opposite direction out in the desert, and so I wouldn't say I'm down there often, but every now and again it's nice to get down there. My housemate that I live with, he works down there, so we often go down and have a nice dinner or something. But yeah, I'm not down there often.
Now tomorrow the gun goes off, Kempy, and you'll be out there
nice
with
and late start.
Nice late start with a huge pro field. It's got to be said. A lot of European guys as well. So
Sure.
There's every chance to be a big pack on the bike tomorrow on these flat, fast roads around here. How do you know when to go? How do you make your decisions out there tomorrow?
Oh, the decision making out there tomorrow is critical to an Ironman. It's difficult to. I would say that I'm still an Ironman rookie. This is only my third race, and I guess if I can make good decisions on the day, I feel like I'll be somewhere in the mix in the race. But as you said, there's probably going to be a relatively big group at the front of the race. I think maybe Clayton will be off the front. I don't really know if there's too many people that can swim with Clayton, but you know, obviously just behind that, I think there'll be a large group and it'll be aggressive. And you know, I think if you can make smart decisions on race day and not go too early, or know who are going to make moves that stick and those that aren't. You know, I think that's important to getting a great result. I mean, I feel much more comfortable at 70.3 decision making than I do at an Ironman, but you know, this is what I need to do to learn for the bigger races like Kona. I need to get out there in strong fields and hopefully not make too many mistakes, but if I do, learn from those mistakes so that when it comes to a bigger race, you know, I can hopefully learn from that experience and make the right decisions next time.
Well, we can't finish this up without asking about the Batman bike, the bike that just gets so much interest, mate. It certainly is a head turner.
It definitely does get attention. I mean, even with training wheels on, when it doesn't look anywhere near as nice as the race bike, it's people obviously turn their heads as you walk past and what's that? And so it definitely does get me some attention. I love the bike though. I'm very happy that I'm riding it. You know, I've spent 12 months on it now, and yeah, I look forward to hopefully riding it for a few more years yet. And it's very comfortable. I love it. I hear from other pro guys that looking in from behind looks quite odd. They feel like there's something missing on my bike there, but obviously I've never seen that that angle of it. But yeah, if you're not looking around too much at your bike, it does just feel fairly much like a normal bike.
Yeah, it certainly is an eye catcher and one that will be going very quick on the roads of Bustleton tomorrow at the big race. This is a little segment we like to call Yes, No. We ask the hard-hitting questions in triathlon. The biggest question we can ask, though, is today's, and that is to Speedo or not Speedo. Tim Reed, young bloke on the rise, likes to get involved in the Speedos. Chris, where do you sit?
It's a definite no for me. Tri-shorts all the way, but you know, I know Tim prefers them. Great for Tim. Not for me, though, no.
Well, I'm old school. I reckon Tim Reed, everyone should wear Speedos. They look lovely, they look nice. Go old school.
I'm going to just not even get involved in that because I don't need to be involved in Speedos at all. But boys, that's all we have time for this edition of the Toyota Early Edition. We'll be back after the race, back here at the beautiful Bustleton Toyota, and discussing all things Ironman Western Australia. Thanks for your time, Chris. Thanks for your time, Simon. We'll see you post-race.